What's up, everybody? It's Jake, back in the BarBend garage gym with my good friend Chelsea Bourgeois, because today we're going to be talking about the best whey protein powders that are on the market in 2024. Now, Chelsea, we got a lot to talk about today, but I just want to lead this off with a big question, and that's what are the different types of whey protein powders?
Yeah, so you have three, main whey protein types. You're going to have your whey concentrate, your whey isolate, and then the hydrolysate. And really their differences start in production. Concentrate is going to undergo the least amount of processing, so they're still going to have some fat, some carbohydrates, and that protein might vary between 30 to 90% of your calories there. The whey protein isolate is going to undergo some more processing, so they're going to take out some of the fat, some of the lactose, and you're going to be left with a higher concentrated protein powder. We're around 90% protein. And then, of course, the hydrolysate, it's just they've added some enzymes or acids during production, so it's partially digested for you. That's why they call it the pre-digested protein. So it tends to be a little bit easier on the digestive system for people that maybe don't tolerate whey protein as well.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask that if that was the way to go, if you do tend to be a little bit sensitive to whey. So thank you for answering that. We obviously have a lot to talk about today, so let's just go ahead and lay out the number one option. And for us, our favorite whey protein powder on the market comes from Transparent Labs with their 100% grass-fed whey isolate. As the name suggests, it's 100% grass-fed, which is a really nice thing. It's definitely something that you want to target. There's a whole lot going on here. The ingredients, they're very transparent as their name suggests. It's a whole lot going on with their name, right? It just tells you everything you need to know right then and there. But before we expand on it, just want to make sure you guys know, actually there's two things I want to make sure that you do. First of all, go and subscribe if you haven't already done it to our channel and turn on those notifications. So we got a lot of content we're putting out and you don't want to miss out on that. Second, this video pairs with the article that is really helpful in my biased opinion. And all you gotta do to pull that up is search BarBend Best Whey Protein Powders. That's it, it's gonna be right there waiting on you. So once again, Transparent Labs with their 100% grass-fed whey isolate cracked our number one spot on this list. You're getting about 28 grams of protein per serving. It's gonna cost about $2 per serving, and there's 13 different flavors to choose from. I don't have it right here in front of me, but I'm a big fan of that French vanilla. It's just really tasty in my opinion, especially when you mix in some milk. Oh, it tastes like a milkshake. Chelsea, what really stands out to you with this protein powder?
Well, I love a Reese's cup, so the chocolate peanut butter stands out to me for sure. But I do like that it's a very concentrated protein powder. For people that are really trying to increase their protein intake, this is a super efficient way because it's lower in fat, lower in carbs. So you're getting that 88% protein by weight, which means you can bump up your protein intake without skewing any of your other macronutrients.
Okay, that's a very good point. That's honestly all we need to say. Just this checks off every single box you could ask for, and that's why it's the number one option on the market in 2024. Now up next, we want to take a second and talk about Jacked Factory with their Authentic ISO. This is a really good protein powder. In our opinion, about 25 grams of protein per serving. And this is a really good budget option as well because you're not going to spend more than $1.33 per serving, but you could get it as low as 93 cents per serving depending on which of the various flavor options that you choose from. And speaking of which, I'm a big fan of the chocolate. I use it all the time with my smoothies in the morning. It mixes really well. It tastes amazing. So that's something that everybody's looking for as well right there. But why does it taste so good, Chelsea?
Yeah, so it does taste really good, and it is sweetened with sucralose and stevia, which, some people can't really tolerate that sucralose, so it might be something that, is a case-by-case basis, but I think in small amounts it's fine. But yeah, those sweeteners probably help it taste pretty good.
Definitely. Is there any other call-outs you have with this protein powder?
Yeah, I really like, like you were saying, it's a pretty affordable option, with 25 grams of protein per serving, it's a really efficient way to boost your protein intake. And if you can get it under $1 per serving, you're paying I think it's like 4 cents per gram of protein. So to me, it's really affordable, and it's low in fat, low in carbs. So, you're not really skewing those macros like we had talked about earlier. So it's just an efficient way to actually use it as a supplement.
Absolutely. And another thing here is that you are getting a hefty dose of calcium and potassium with each serving, which is really nice. But something I want to call out there is that this is not third-party tested for any banned substances. So if you're an athlete, you're a competitor, this matters to you, really is what I'm trying to say. It's definitely something you should be aware of, and this probably isn't gonna be the best option for you. But we still really like it, so you should definitely try it out. All right, we're gonna take a second and grow with XWERKS Grow Whey protein powder. I know this is really corny, but I had to do it. Now, Chelsea, this has been my personal baby at the moment. I've used pretty much all of these protein powders, but like I said, this is my go-to in the mornings right now. I use it with my daily smoothie. Mixes really well, tastes great. You're getting about 25 grams of protein. I really like this chocolate one. There's a couple other ones that taste really, really good as well. It's gonna cost you about 60 bucks for 30 servings. Is there anything here that really stands out to you? We've touched on in the past about how New Zealand is very strict with their livestock, and this is 100% grass-fed. But is there anything else that really stands out to you?
You get what you pay for, and so these might be a little more expensive per serving than other protein powders. But like you were saying, the quality and the ethics behind their livestock laws. I also really like that, it's low in fat, low in carbs. I don't hate on carbs or fat at all, but I love when supplements are really focused on one thing so you can prioritize your diet. And then what I think is really cool about this protein powder in particular is it's actually pretty high in calcium. You get around 20% of your daily value for calcium, which is really great for women when we tend to lose bone. Bone loss is a real thing for us, for everyone, but it just is a high focus for women as we age. So it's nice to prioritize that for bone health.
Absolutely. So there it is, straight and to the point. XWERKS Grow is another really good option we think you should consider. Okay, so we already touched on a very affordable option a minute ago with Jacked Factory, but probably even a better option if you're looking to keep that cost at a low comes from Optimum Nutrition with their gold standard whey. Now, it's a few things we need to talk about here. First thing I want to talk about though is the money, because like I said, this is one of our favorite budget options. And the main thing here is that you can purchase a 10-pound tub for about $140 or so. That's honestly ridiculously cheap. I don't want to say cheap, but in the long run, that kind of is, right? And this is great for anybody who wants to have multiple protein shakes a day. It's just like I said, it's a great thing for you. Chelsea, is there anything else here that really stands out to you?
Yeah, I was really surprised. They have 11 grams of the essential amino acids in each serving, which I think is great because at an affordable price, you're getting something that we have to eat. Our bodies don't make those essential amino acids, so it's a really convenient way for you to get them in your diet with this protein supplement.
I love that myself as well. You're getting about 24 grams of protein per serving, but this is also a blend, a protein blend. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, some people have a preference of one type of whey over the other. I like that this is a blend for those people that maybe want to try and work their way back to a concentrate, to an isolate. It contains some of the hydrolysate, whey protein hydrolysate, so it's a little bit easier to digest. It could be a great option for somebody who wants to kind of try their hand at a whey protein supplement.
Okay, that's very good insight. Another thing I really like here is that it is third-party tested by Informed Sport. I like that. First of all, I love it when companies mention that and let you know that it is, but I also love when they go ahead and put it on the labeling, branding, whatever you want to call it. That way you really are getting that stamp of approval, and you're not just, oh, they said it's third-party tested. It's actually, it's right there in front of you. They prove it. That's really cool too. So yeah, if you're looking to keep the cost at a minimum, Optimum Nutrition with their gold standard is a really good option. All right, well, that's a wrap on today's video over the best whey protein powders on the market in 2024. Chelsea, you were a delight as usual to have with me in the BarBend Garage Gym. Is there anything else you want to drive home to the people at home?
Thanks for having me. Yes, just remember, I always like to tell my people, remember that supplements are supplements. Try and help allow them to bridge the gap and listen to your body. You know your body better than anybody else. So just pay attention to how you tolerate it and make adjustments as needed.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it any better myself if I tried. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all. We hope this video was really helpful and that you were able to learn a lot about the protein powders we talked about today. But as always, head over to barbend.com because once again, this video pairs with an article with some other products we weren't able to talk about today. So I definitely recommend you go and check it out. All you gotta do is search BarBend Best Whey Protein Powders. And that's it. It's gonna be right there waiting on you. We'll catch y'all next time.